Thank you, Your Excellency, for the generous hospitality extended to our Excellencies, heads of states and distinguished delegates. It is my pleasure to invite His Excellency Terence Drew, the Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, incoming Chair of CARICOM, to deliver his remarks. Your Excellency, the floor is yours.
Good morning to all. Let me first of all recognize Your Excellency Abiy Ahmed Ali, Prime Minister of this great country, Your Excellency João Manuel Gonçalves Lourenço, President of Angola and Chairperson of the African Union. Let me also recognize Your Excellency Parfait Onanga Ayanga, Special Representative of the United Nations Secretary General. Allow me also to recognize Your Excellency Mahmoud Ali Yousaf, Chairperson of the African Union Commission. And allow me to recognize also Her Excellency Dr. Carla Barnett, Secretary General of CARICOM. Other heads of delegation, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. But allow me to also recognize, speaking on behalf of the Caribbean community, the Rastafari community of the Caribbean, who for many years has asked us to meet with our African brothers and sisters and forge a relationship that would ensure prosperity for our people. Today, as I stand here and came here by air, as I landed in this most beautiful country, it dawned on me that our history in the Caribbean did not start 400 years ago with the slave trade, but indeed we are connected to the cradle of civilization, the cradle of humanity, Africa, Ethiopia. It is indeed an absolute delight to greet you on behalf of the Conference of Heads of Government of the Caribbean Community at this second CARICOM Africa Summit being held in the Nelson Mandela Hall here at the headquarters of the African Union. Ethiopia, the land of origins, reflects the family ties and bonds shared between the people of the Caribbean community and the continent of Africa. While these linkages were forged from an exploitative and oppressive system that made a mockery of human rights, the Caribbean is proud of the strides made in strengthening these connections through Pan-African advocacy, the fight against apartheid, and closer social and cultural links between the people of Africa and the Caribbean, supported by the respective decisions of the African Union and Caribbean community. Today's first in-person meeting, since we met virtually for the first time in 2021, is timely in reinforcing the bonds between Africa and the Caribbean, as well as in examining ways in which to deepen our partnership at the global and strategic levels. This will allow us to deepen South-South cooperation while fostering shared prosperity and affirming a common voice on global platforms, including on global peace, security, reform, and multilateral issues such as climate change. As we meet under the theme of transcontinental partnership in pursuit of reparatory justice for Africans and people of African descent, we are reminded of the important outcome from the first Africa CARICOM Summit hosted by His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, President of the Republic of Kenya, on 7th September 2021. The Caribbean community expresses sincere thanks and its deep appreciation to His Excellency Abiy Ahmed Prime Minister of this great country, not only for the excellent arrangements and hospitality to us here in Addis, but also for the commitment made with the Honorable Mia Ahmad Motley, Prime Minister of Barbados, to hold this second summit. This engagement will allow for broader discussion on the 2024 AU CARICOM Memorandum of Understanding and upscale engagement and linkages with people of African descent, particularly the strengthening of interregional economic partnerships and enhanced people-to-people ties. Convey thanks to His Excellency João Lourenço, President of Angola, person of the African Union, for the support given to this engagement. Excellencies, our discussions today should allow us to come to a common understanding and collaboration on a wide range of issues pertinent to share digital transformation and artificial intelligence, trade and investment, maritime and air transport, tourism, and cultural exchanges. What is clear is that closer collaboration between Africa and CARICOM is impatient. It's impatient of urgent attention and action in order to achieve positive outcomes for both our regions. Actions must be the underpinning sentiment of all that we do. Current global events demonstrate clearly that it is in the best interests of both Africa and the Caribbean to work together as developing regions. And I heard the word of my brother, President Ahmad, that we need to drop the term developing regions and convert that into something that represents what we are seeking to achieve. Commendations are due to Afrixim Bank, particularly under Professor Benedict Orama's leadership, as well as to numerous political and other leaders across Africa, who through concrete initiatives are encouraging trade, investment, cultural and sporting exchanges, and other collaborations between CARICOM and Africa. And I dare say that it has begun. To further propel our efforts, we need increased transportation linkages to reinforce our bonds, as our people should be able to travel freely and unabated to Africa and CARICOM. We need increased trade and investment, building on the experience, potential, and amplification of the culture, historical, and economic linkages between our regions. What was once a devastating tragedy for our people and for humanity, the transatlantic slave trade, should now be converted into the Atlantic Bridge, a bridge of hope, a bridge of advancement, a bridge that will ensure that our people take their rightful place in this world. Therefore, I call for more cooperation, more working together, and more advancements. Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters of this great continent, we are happy to be home again. We have the opportunity to rewrite historical outcomes and to be champions of our own destiny. CARICOM remains, therefore, committed to the CARICOM AU partnership on this 5th anniversary of Africa CARICOM Day, as we celebrate the enduring kingship and deepening partnership between our people, between the Caribbean community and Africa. Let us celebrate, but let this celebration be a demonstration of what we seek to achieve with this new, strong relationship that we are forging forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I now have the honor to invite His Excellency João Lourenço, President of the Republic of Angola and Chairperson of the African Union, to deliver his statement. Your Excellency, the floor is yours.